Hey everybody, it's Numb Thumb here at Warheart Arts, and I'm going to show you a little bit of my Soundtracs Topaz recording console. This is inline console, 24 channel, 48 input. It's from the 80s. I got a deal on it. Works pretty good. I'm going to show you around the back side. Down in here, those are all analog ins and outs, people. Those are all analog ins and outs to accommodate 24 channels at 48 tracks of input and 24 direct outs. And here it says Soundtracs Topaz. We also have 8 group outs and your main left right. So a fella at Twin Creek Audio has done a great series all about these consoles already. Shout out to Grady. I learned a lot once I was starting to look at buying this. I did some research, and he does a great series about it. Brady at Twin Creek Audio on YouTube. Now about these ins and outs. Guess how many light pipe preamps I need to get my 24 ins and outs? 0. That's how many, because it's all analog. It's all there. Now I got plans to utilize that 24 in out when I get a 24 track recorder. Currently I have a 24 track recorder, sorta. By Tascam Math, this is a 24 track recorder. Well, you get a handful of monos and a handful of stereos, and it adds up to 24 tracks in Tascam land. But it's an 8 input recorder. It's an 8 track input recorder. And it only has 4 outs. Your stereo, main, and 2 aux. So it doesn't take full advantage of this, but I'm going to get one that does. Interesting thing. This board was made to be compatible with multi-track tape recorders, of course. That would have been the thing, the Otaris and stuff like that. So most of the outputs are unbalanced. It's a little tricky. We'll come back to that on the mains and all the auxes and stuff. Over here on the inputs, alright, so your line input and your mic input, they're normal, they're balanced. The line input is balanced. But then below the insert is the direct out, which is unbalanced at minus 10 dB. Minus 10 dB, like prosumer, like consumer gear, because that's what the multi-track tape decks had then. The old Tascam multi-track tapes. And then the tape monitor, which is another line input, right? It's another line input, but it's unbalanced at minus 10 dB. So I have to do a huge modification to this board, and I'm shaking in my boots. I'm shaking in my boots because I got to open the back of this board up and do no less than 48 jumper point solder jobs to modify this board so that those direct outs and those tape returns will be balanced at plus 4 dB. I do not know if a modification on this end can change all these outputs to be balanced. They are at higher line level, whatever unbalanced is at a higher line. But right now, that's all unbalanced. I don't know if that can be changed. So I can record my 8 group outputs Separate controls for your monitors and your control rooms, and even another 2-track output, all separate from this. And I can take my projects currently from this, 4-track it, visit the old rack for processing. Visit the old rack. You see that? I have the access. I'm going to get all kinds of interesting stuff to show you later. But yeah, once I get the 24-track recorder, a real 24-track recorder, folks. If I was rich, I'd get a IZ radar. Then I'll be able to do full mixdowns at up to 24 tracks, possibly 48 inputs if I get to a way to integrate that. I don't know. So I'll be showing you when I do that horrible, freaky modification, but not real soon because I don't need to right now. Soundtracs Topaz. Analog. I'm Numb Thumb. My Bluetooth. I can Bluetooth into this thing. I can switch it out if I needed to for like my CD player or my phonograph over there or whatever have you. And then I do got a snake going, but it's a balanced snake, and I mostly use it for the effect returns because those will come in on a stereo cord. Everything. These are balanced line inputs from my recorder. And I need to get an unbalanced snake, I guess, would be better use for all these group outs. I do have an interface. You probably can't see it in the dark. Got a 6i6, older 6i6 down there. So it can incorporate. When I need that, I just hit the switch here, and that activates the interface. Sorry, let me show you a power switch here. That activates the interface and some SPDIF converters that I'm using for it. So I actually only can get like 5 channels, 5 in and out of that 6i6. Thanks, Focusrite. So thanks for taking a look at my recording console with me. I ordered an adapter that should help me get all of my audio into my videos since I just use my phone. So then you'll get to hear what the console sounds like and all my other equipment I'm going to show you in detail. Until then, I'm Numb Thumb, Warhard Arts, right here.